Merry Christmas, Girl Star. How are you? Sorry, I was writing a little thingy up there in the corner. Oh, Humberto, you are still awake. How you doing? Good. My Christmas, I slept and slept and slept. And that is it. You doing all right? Did you have a good Christmas, Humberto? I know you didn't celebrate because you don't celebrate until later, but did you have an easy day? Oh my, gotta have that. Yes. Girl Star, did you have a good day for Christmas too? Gotta rub in eating them pomegranates. I thought I would go live and just see who was awake. I didn't know if anybody would be awake. I figured this will be a short one. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. At least I got the phone to charge. That's aggravating. Day was good and arrived home when Henry was on. Yeah, he was about to get off when I finally got this thing to come back on. I don't know what happened. I had to find a different cord. This, either the cord or the. We got rain coming here. I don't know if this is messed up, the cord, or if this is messed up. I don't know. But I had to find a different one and then let it see if it was going to charge, and it did finally charge, but didn't go very fast. Anyway, so while I was letting it charge, I went and put the dog in the shower because she has to be bathed every week because of that infection. And then I sat here for a few, and then I went to the shower. And so now I'm wide awake, where I thought, well, I'll get in a shower and go to bed. That did not work out. She got a yeast infection on her skin, on her tummy, and on the backside of her back a couple months ago. And they wanted to give her a steroid shot, which shuts down their kidneys as an animal. And I said no. I'm wide awake. Yeah. Yeah, now I'm wide awake. All day long I've been fighting with it. I've finally got all this stuff to drain. And I just sleep. Because I think what the problem is, to be honest with you, is I'm bored. I think that's what's wrong, is I am totally freaking bored. So I'm just sleeping all the time. That's why I don't like wintertime here, because I can't detail the holidays. You can't detail because the car lots are not doing much. It just sucks. But anyway, she's got this infection, and they said it was going to be a long recovery time if I don't stay consistent. Oh, we're recovering. It's been slow, yes. But what I have to do is I have to give her a Selsun Blue bath, and I put lavender in it in the shampoo, and I get her wet, lather her up. Hello, Nate. My day, I slept all day long, dude. I started a couple of movies on YouTube and Discovery Plus, and then fell asleep. That's the way my day was. So anyway, and then I lather her up in this stuff, and I let her sit in it for 10 minutes. And then when I rinse her off, I blow dry her. She has to be completely dry. It can be about an hour and a half. And so anyway, How's everything with your girlfriend? I have no idea what my problem is other than, like I just said, I think I'm just freaking bored. I really do. I think I'm bored. And this time of year, I'm not going to do much. And of course, I didn't feel good. So my concern was exposing my family to something, especially the older people. And not to mention, half of the other family was sick too. So my sister was sick. Um, my niece was sick. Actually, two of my sisters were sick. So, anyway, I think that's what the problem is. I think that's it. When one has nothing to do, better use that time to sleep and recover. Well, I had the week from hell at the beginning of the month or the middle of the month, and I have done nothing but catch up on the sleep I didn't get leading up to that. And so, yeah, I think my body is still. Now, I don't sleep more than 5, 6 hours anyway. I'd be good to get 6 hours. However, I have found myself like today, not today, yesterday. Yesterday, I went to sleep at about 1:30, 1 o'clock, 1:30. I didn't wake up until almost 10. And it was like, I never sleep that much. She's in menace mode right now, so she's all over the place. Tired from the holidays. Yeah. Well, and I also think, Humberto, it's boredom. I think it's because I don't, I have things that I could get done, and then I feel like I'm still coming out of that depression that I had, and so I don't have the motivation, or maybe I'm just sitting around too much. Don't know. Since high school, sleeping 5 hours. Yeah, I've never been a sleeper. I don't really sleep much, and I do better at night. No matter how much I try to stay on the morning schedule, I can slip into the night schedule very quickly. And of course, being sick doesn't help. And all that crap that's finally drained out, it's now draining into my throat. It's nasty. Anyway. Yep, that kitty cat's in menace mode right now. Come here. Let's see if she comes to me. She did. What are you doing, Menace? I like nights too. I work better and concentrate more during the night. I do too, and I'm not sure if it's chaos, a lack of chaos, or less chaos, or what. But I just do better. Oh, she's letting me love on her. And she's purring. You purring, bitty bitty. Nope, she's done. Yep, less distractions. I wish I had the kind of job where I could do it at night, maybe right here at home. I do the editing on my videos. I do better at night when I can focus on that. I do better at night. Dry skin. That's another thing I don't like about winter, is the dry skin. And it's always in certain spots, Yeah. So, yep, I'm with you, Humberto. Yeah, she's a big purr bucket, but she's still in that, she's still young. And so she's still in that mode where she's got to play. We can't cuddle more than 5 seconds. But she loves to play. I got a couple of videos of her playing with Bella today. Bella, my daughter, brought me a gift for Christmas. I never heard her come by, but I told her if you drop it off, just put it on the porch. And anyway, they did sometime last night, and of course I was out. And I like working hands. My kids got me some, but I don't have any now. I just have. This is the massage lotion, Honey Pearl. It's from the salon that does my toes. And anyway, they had these and they gave me one for just to thank me because I've been a customer since they opened. The reason I went there when they opened was because I got it from the salon, my nail salon. They might have it. It's called Healing Therapy Massage Lotion by LA Palm. LA Palm. LA Palm Spa Products. I can't read it. Such small writing. No. No, but I asked him about that on that live, and the reason why is because, when Jerry was alive, he wouldn't go. Okay, of course, back then I went to a different salon, and everybody kept saying, "Hello, Jamie. How's Christmas? How was Christmas?" So anyway, he would never go with me. Back then, I was getting my nails done and my toes done, and religiously, and he would not get his toes done, even though he would complain about them all the time. And I finally told him, I said, "Look," and it's a man thing. He said, "No, that's not for my type of guy." Anyway, so I finally convinced him, probably about 6 months before, that he should give it a try before he died. He should give it a try. Anyway, he loved it. Anyway, so then the next husband comes around, or the next boyfriend, and he wouldn't do it. And I know men scoff at that, but I tell you what, if you have ingrown toenails or toenails like me, my toenails grow out like this, okay? So they curl into my toes. If I let it go too long, I am in pain, and I refuse to allow awesome and funny. That's awesome. I'm glad you had a good time. Anyway, if I let it go more than 30 days, I'm in pain, and I can't do that. And I refuse to let a doctor deal with it because their solution is always cut them off. So, and I have little tiny nails on the rest of my toes. The only one that's normal is my big toe. So anyway, I have to get mine done. Anyway, he wouldn't do it. He says, that's not for guys. That's for women. And he didn't even think women should have it because it was, I heard you slept all day. I did. I think my body is just not quite up to par. Plus, I'm bored. You know how it goes. So anyway, he wouldn't do it. Hey! Chill. She is in menace mode. I have to hold the table. If I don't hold the table, she's liable to take it down. Anyway, yeah, and I got all this drainage now. And it's going down and irritating my throat. So whatever. You know how it is. So I gotta hold the table. She's climbing up it like, why don't you go play with the wrapping paper? Anyway, oh, that's what I was to tell you guys. My daughter brought this gift over, so I brought it inside and unwrapped it. And Bella loves paper and boxes. Okay, I can entertain this dog for the rest of her life with boxes and paper. Wrapping paper is no different. So I gave her the paper, she ripped it up, and the kitten stayed on the floor waiting for one, because Bella doesn't eat the paper. She rips the paper off and flings it with her mouth. She'll fling it. And so she was waiting for paper to come flying off. What did she give me? It's a great big Betty Boop in a car, wall hanging. I put it in the bedroom. I'm trying to redo that front bedroom to make it like a bedroom that my grandkids can come and stay, you know, a couple at a time. And that was part of the reason why I needed to. I did a live on the Random channel last night. I need to start going through that stuff out there or back there, because if I don't, I won't be able to get that room ready. Can we see what? The paper? How is Jazzy? Is she sleeping? Yes, she's sleeping. She was in there sleeping on the bed a little while ago. Can you see what? Jamie had lots of fun with her family. Yes. Oh, the sign? Do you want to see the sign? Or the wall hanging? Because I was a big Betty Boop fan in my day. Always liked Betty Boop. I have no idea why. Are you talking about the wall hanging? Jamie? Did this thing? My brother had me rolling. He's hilarious. And my parents are in their late 70s and silly. There's nothing wrong with that. Hang on, I'll go get it. What are you doing, little menace? Hi, Jessie. Let's see if I can make it so you guys can see. Can you see it? Yep, I loved Betty Boop when I was a little. And my next tattoo is supposed to be Betty Boop. I want to put it on my leg if I ever decide, if I ever do it. That'll be a reason to go back to Vegas. So anyway, it's just a wall hanging, and I want to put it up in that extra bedroom when I get through all of that stuff. I'm halfway done with it. I'm halfway done with that room. I'm getting there. It is what it is. But that's where I ran my business. The jewelry that I was going through was part of my business. Yeah, I don't want to go to Vegas. That's probably why I would never get another one unless I could find a place here. But here, don't know why. Just doesn't feel I don't know, our tattoo parlors. Anyway, I like the old cars. But anyway, that room is where I ran my business, my jewelry. We had bath salts. I've still got the bath salts. I don't know what to do with them. They're mixed up. You've got different scents. They're in containers. They're not going to hurt anything. Salt doesn't have an expiration date, and it doesn't build bacteria. And so I have all that salt. I have soap, all of that stuff. I don't know what to do with it. I need to try and sell some of that jewelry and at least, put it up on Facebook Marketplace in lots, if that makes any sense. And so I ran the whole thing back there. I've got stuff on the wall. Yep, I was on live last night just going through a box of jewelry that I had. It's been put away since I closed it up. It was my LLC. So anyway, I still got a lot of stuff to go through. Yep, I went live on the random channel. Here was my thought. If I go live on that channel, I don't have to worry about anybody coming in. I want to join the lives. You're good. You want to join the lives as in be in the live? No, I just figured let it run. And, oh no, it's fine. What I was hoping is that I could pick up view hours, if that makes any sense. If I could pick up view hours by going live on there, that'll help keep me going with subscribers, and that way it's not offset like this one was. This channel, Humberto can tell you, I hit my 1,000 in August and didn't get to monetized until October because the viewing hours was way off. Well, I'm sure Grandma will do a live on New Year's, Jamie. I wish I could have gotten that screencast set, or at least figure out a way to get a camera that I can connect to this Chromebook. Because the camera on the Chromebook, on the computers, it always sucks. So I would have to actually buy an external webcam because I can't figure out how to connect the phone to the Chromebook. I can't figure it out. So, anyway, if I could figure that out, I could put StreamYard or something on there where I could do trivia live. And I wouldn't have to sit here and spend a day writing all of the questions. Because it takes a lot to write all those questions just to get through a couple of hours of trivia. The only other thing that I know to do is to maybe find some trivia cards somewhere and order those. But if I'm not working, that's not going to happen. But people watch after the live streams. Yes, it will be okay. Yeah, it's on there. I didn't talk too much. I mean, that Mary stopped in. Crazy Crunch stopped in. And I think everybody else. But, yes, I remember Trivial Pursuit. But my thought was... and then I was showing some of the jewelry, going through it, going, oh, okay, look at that. Oh, that's so pretty. And, the wedding and the engagement sets are not even sets, but they're pieces. I showed those on camera. I was just letting the live run. But all of that was 8 hours. I think it was 8 hours of viewing. I want to do that, but here's the problem, Humberto. I could not, I had to, in order for that to work, I had to bounce back and forth between the screen and then the web page that the screen was showing. You know what I mean? And it made it difficult for me to see the chat. But it's also difficult because you guys can't see me on that grainy, nasty camera. So I need to get StreamYard set up. That's what I need to do. And if I can do that, I'm hoping I can at least set that up. You don't have to look at me, but if you hear me, that's all that matters, right? If you hear me, you don't need to see me. You'll be able to see what the trivia we're doing. So I don't know. We'll just have to see how it goes. It's just one of them things, man. And you can't screencast on your phone. It froze at time. Yeah, it was freezing. It was all kinds of crazy stuff. And it only worked that one time, Humberto. That was the only time it actually worked any length of time. After that, I could not get it to stay. And then, like you said, it was sending black screen and it never worked. But we also need to see you. We need to see your expressions too. On that camera, you can't see me. You can't see me worth a darn. I would have to go and find a webcam for that computer. StreamYard is good. We can all talk to each other. Could be good or bad. Yeah. And you know what else I wondered? How many people can we get on a live stream like this? I thought about that too. You know, I send a link when on my phone on YouTube Live without using their screencast and all of that. I can add people to my YouTube Live, but I don't know how many I can add and have at once. I don't know, but it would be interesting to find out. See your expressions. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea how to get, and I don't know anything about webcams, so I don't know what to get. I don't even know what to look for. I'm telling you, this could be a big challenge. A totally big challenge. But that, anyway, so that's what I wanted to do because we were talking about, yeah, you can, now I did look into it. You can have 10 people live at one time on the free version. And it has to be streamed onto the platform. I can't just record it and then upload it. Okay, so it's got to go into the platform. And I would love to have a bunch of people on just to, you know, even if it's just come in for a minute kind of thing. You know what I mean? I think it would be fun. Of course, I don't usually get a lot of people on, but we were talking about me going live on New Year's Eve. And that's when I started looking into, can I get StreamYard? But even with StreamYard, the camera on that computer looks like doo-doo. With StreamYard, you can control how many people in the stream. It's all up to you. Yeah. But I just don't have a clear picture. I look like, you know, night vision. It's the only way I can describe it. I look so grainy or something. It's really weird. The other day when I was at Phoenix COD live stream, it was via StreamYard. Yeah. I just know that we are all learning about it. And I might do a couple of tests. I might ask my daughter. You okay? Yeah, they had 4. I can't remember who they had on there. Biddy. She still has that sneeze and that little cough. Um, every once in a while. Not a lot, but still has it. I'm wondering if she needs another round of antibiotics. I don't know. And I still have to give her the other half of her vaccination. I refuse to allow them to give her the full vax at one time. She's too small. So I kept half, and I will give her the other half in another 2 weeks because she's been in here for 6 weeks now. So I'll give her the other half. But other than that, she's healthy as can be. Sneezy, yeah. I popped in. Let me know next time you pop in, Jamie. They're doing a contest where if you invite somebody, you let them know who sent you. And yeah, they are. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a little bit more time and see. She's getting better. Before, she couldn't hardly do much of nothing without sneezing and coughing. In fact, I was so scared she had something, she would give it to the other animals. But then we learned quickly that she's just, but it all goes back to she can't regulate her body temperature. Remember I told you all about that? She can't regulate her body temperature. But anyway, so I thought about testing it and trying it out. If I can find a webcam or even learn, I have tried 3 or 4 times now to connect my phone to my computer and use my phone's camera. Let me see, phone's camera to run off of the computer. If that makes any sense. If I could figure that out, this wouldn't be an issue at all. What are you doing? Oh, she's playing with one of her toys. So anyway, that's what I'm thinking about, just testing it out. But I've got to figure out a different camera. Hey, hang on. Hey, you are a menace. You're a total menace. A demon. You are a demon cat. I swear. She is a demon cat. Okay, who is H&M? HM Detailing is Hassan. Menace. She is a menace. Otto? Yeah. He doesn't come around much anymore. No, Carlos is Serrano's Mobile LLC. I think it's LLC. Maybe it's Serrano's Mobile without the LLC. I don't know. I don't remember. But it's Serrano's Mobile. Oh my God, Grandma. What? It's the semantics. The semantics. Hassan, yes. He was one of the first ones that come and hung out here. He doesn't come around much anymore. I don't know Maybe he's got other things going. He was also sick for a while. But that's who that is. Did everybody else leave? So quiet. You guys super tired? Oh. Yeah, I slept all day. I'm wide awake now that I had a shower. I don't get it. It's still mod for you know who I crept in. And that is, he started, whenever that would come up, he would go there instead of coming here. So, I mean, and that's fine if that's what he wants to do. But she made it perfectly clear what she wants. Me and Humberto haven't. We don't want to be a part of that environment, if that makes any sense. We certainly don't. We don't want a nasty environment. And I'm not even a family channel. Y'all know that. You'll hear a cuss word come out of my mouth from time to time. So I'm not even a family channel, but I have standards. And I have the utmost respect for all of my mods. And I would never allow my mods to become a target of the trolls or even the people who hang out. I just wouldn't do it. What are you doing? What are you doing? I have 0 social media, and I found you, and I'm so appreciative. Trust me, it's been great, but I can see the truth from the fake. Unfortunately, YouTube, and it doesn't even matter. You could be on Instagram, you could be on Facebook, and you could be on YouTube, or even TikTok. It doesn't matter which social media you're a part of. If you're going to do lives, the true colors of that person doing the lives, even just doing videos as the channel. I mean, it didn't take, once I started coming out of my shell, people started getting to know me pretty quickly. Because in the beginning, I always hid. I didn't say nothing. I did everything voiceover. And that's the way it was. But as soon as I started coming out of my shell and putting myself in front of the camera, people got to know me pretty quickly. When you're doing lives, people are going to start to realize who you are. They're going to start to get to know who you are. My people have fortunately come to know me as I'm not mincing words. And there's not a darn thing I would say on my live that I would not say to their face. Anybody's face. And I think my little statement when I left that day, I think said enough. But yeah, if you're going to go live and you're going to be a YouTuber of any kind, of any caliber, your true self is going to start coming out. It's just the way it is. And in the end, hopefully, it's a good self. Otherwise, that could backfire. You know. But to be honest with you, I don't even know how to be fake. I couldn't pull it off. If that makes any sense, I could never pull it off. But I come from a totally different place in life. I could never pull it off. So, ceiling fan. She's obsessed with the ceiling fan. It's so funny when she looks up there and she's doing this. And she didn't tear that up. The dog did. That dog did. And I'm like, screw it. I'm not cleaning it up because she's only going to tear it up more. Her little baby blankets, which is that towel over there on the floor, I don't even try anymore. It doesn't make any sense. My dog will destroy everything. There's still a box. What I'll do when I get boxes, somebody sends me something or I order something, I always put the box and I line them up along the back of that love seat, which is Bella's love seat. And that is so she can get her box and destroy it. Keeps her busy. She doesn't get bored. She doesn't like to be outside in the cold. And she destroys her toys, so you might as well just save yourself some money and let her have the boxes and the wrapping paper. Anyway, if I saved all the wrapping paper from my grandkids, this dog would probably be occupied for 2 hours, and that's about it. That's how much she gets into it. Let's see. I'd say take me as I am if I went live. And that's the way it should be, Nate. I don't either. She's so into it. Look at all that shit. Yeah. But they are crazy, crazy. Oh, they're crazy, cray, yeah. Yes, mine are. Mine definitely are. And that's okay. It's all right. It doesn't bother me at all. It used to be back in the day, I used to keep such tidy house. And then my daughter died, and I started looking at all of the petty things in my life, if that makes any sense. And to me, being ridiculous about your house is not worth your time. It's like the cleaning that I do office cleaning. And I'll bring in the bucket or the little bucket there. I carry everything around. I just put it right here in front of the TV stand. This detailing stuff I need to keep here at the house, I have that in a basket and I leave it right there. And the towels that I bring or I wash and put them back in the bucket, I just leave them right. I don't care. Any other time I would have said, no, I can't have that clutter there. I don't care. And then I get this dog. And she's a golden retriever. They're just destructive. Hello, Crazy Crunch. That's like babies. They love the same. My daughter used to laugh her ass off when I tore email paper. Exactly. And that's what entertains her. And yeah, I was one of those dog moms that bought her every toy on the planet. She's got toys, but she destroys all of the stuffed toys and things like that. So I just give her boxes, the little boxes. The big boxes I throw out, except for that Walmart box that's still there. It's got one of her pigs in it, and she still hasn't busted through it. It is the simple stuff. So I'm not going to stress about the mess. I don't care. Every few days I'll get the broom out and clean it up, and it'll be fine. But I'm not going to get stressed about a mess from the dog. There's a lot of other things I could be stressed about. How was Christmas, Crazy Crunch? I'm glad to at least feel like this stuff is loosening up, though. She looks like a little kitten. Yeah, she is still a kitten. She's only 4 months old. We guess that they were born. Okay, Crazy Crunch. I didn't realize that, and that's okay. Um, I brought her in at 3 months, so she's just about 4 months old now. And she's definitely crazy. But that's all right. At least she's not living outside, or even worse, um, because she can't regulate that body temperature. Crazy Crunch. Jamie said, may I ask why? Got it. Well, at least you look at Christmas as faith, in a way of faith. There's a lot of people, they don't. It's nothing but commercial. Give me the gifts. How many gifts can I give out? How many Joneses can I keep up with? What's the biggest TV I can get? The purring should help her regulate her body temp, I've heard at least. I hope you're right. I hope you're right, Nate, and she does seem to be improving. I put the sweater on her. She's figured out how to use Jazzy to get it off of her. But I'll put it on her when the temperatures, like right now, the temps have been in the high 40s and the low 50s. So it doesn't get as chilly in here. But when it's like 20 degrees or 30 degrees, it can get kind of chilly. And so I have to put the sweater on her. Grandma, where is Hassan? I have no idea. You are the second person to ask about Hassan. What was that all about? What's going on? Did he do something? I do now. Mary gifted me a heating blanket, you guys. Did you see that? She gifted me a heating blanket. There is one problem. The baby doesn't like it. She doesn't like it. She gets on there and she feels it and she's popping her legs up. And she won't lay on it. It's funny or not, get out. But she will lay in front of the refrigerator, where the heat comes out the bottom. She'll lay in front of the refrigerator and she will curl up with Bella. Yeah, he doesn't come around here much anymore. I don't know what's going on. Maybe we said something that bothered him, or, it's not fun to him anymore. I don't know. It's about our Lord, so yes, I understand. I just talked to, yeah, Jamie just asked about it, Crazy Crunch. She asked about Hassan also. Yeah, he hasn't been around much. And that's okay. I mean, I understand people will come and go. And that's okay. As long as they're happy and joyful and life is treating them kind and they're treating life kind, then all you can do is wish them the best and maybe they'll hang out and come get a... You can tell him, Grandma. I will if we see him. If we see him, I'll say something. But no, I haven't seen him in a while. It's been a few weeks. fact, I think the last time I saw him was on that live that we were just talking about, Jamie. I think that was the last time I saw him. I just figured it, but that's the only place I've seen him. I have not seen him in here, but I would only see him there. She used to tell me, used to yell at me for it because I was stealing the heat. No, I have a mini split. That's what it's called. It's a mini split. The ex put it in anyway, so it's up high. And then I run fans, but then the center of the house gets really chilly. And so I have a space heater right over there. And that keeps me comfortable. Sometimes. Sometimes I do have to bundle up or use my blanket. But when it gets really cold, I'll put the sweater back on her. She just finds the most warm spot she can, and she curls up as small as she can get. Yeah, the ex put it in. I don't know what I know how to operate it, and that's good enough. He put it up in there. He had it installed with my money. He loved to spend my money. Isn't that a little frickin' backwards? It's a little frickin' backwards, if you ask me. They had no problem spending my money and then not working. Whatever, dude. Fireplace and heated floors. Dang, that's different. Heated floors. Good God. You know, all the carpet I had pulled out of this house and getting ready to pull more if I can get it pulled, if I can get it done. I really wish I had area rugs, if that makes any sense. It would keep some of the heat in, I think. Because when I had the carpet in here pulled up, I had this linoleum put down, I think is what it is. It's the soft, cushy stuff. I had this linoleum put down, and they glued it down, which is fine, although I have a dog that's torn it up. There's a big dugout spot over there, and then there's a piece here. But I would love to have like an area rug on top of it that's big. But I have one under or on the floor right here in front of my chair, another one on the floor in front of that chair, and then I put the one that was on the back porch, the covered enclosed porch that my grandmother had. I went and took that rug and I cleaned it out, and I brought it in the house and put it halfway, so half of it's underneath the love seat and the other half sticks out because of the shedding dog. Otherwise, I'd have globs of hair traveling across the living room, and it drove me nuts. I've never heard of heated floors. Never have heard of heated floors. That is your location. He's in Oregon, Jamie. Heated water through pipes under the floor. That's crazy. I'll tell you what, if I had heated floors, oh, yeah, I have a space heater, but, and they can be expensive if you use the space heaters. And of course, it's my own fault. I don't turn that thing up. I don't get crazy with it. I don't want to pay for it. Oh, I bet she would. I'm sure she would. I am positive she would. Well, right now she's in front of the fridge. Let's see. There she is. And that's where she lays. Really, it's definitely nice in the winter months. Yeah, so she's just lays there, or she'll curl up in the chair. But Bella has a bad habit of being a little stingy. And so when this kitten tries to cuddle up with her, she's like, but here, let me show you Bella. This will explain why. Look how crossways and all that she is. She's a mess. And she sleeps funky. So Bella doesn't feel like she can just lay on her back or whatever. And Jesse was in the bedroom. But then if not, Bella will jump down, but the kitten will be right there, so she'll go flying and dump off of the couch or off the chair, because this dog sleeps on that chair. Anyway, she's a mess. She is a mess. So, she's not balled up, so it's not that bad, but she does want the warmth. And she's good. I'm struggling with my hip hurting today. I think he fell asleep. He's what, 2 hours ahead of me? And it's 12:30 here. So he probably fell asleep. He said he was getting ready to go to bed. I was on the live with Henry tonight, and he fell into Christmas sleep. He sent me all of these. I mean, he probably sent me 35 or 40 videos to get ready for how to get ready for bed. 30 or 40 videos of Puerto Rico. I just fall on bed. Or I mean, when I have got nothing going on because it's Christmas week and there's really nothing to do, I have to literally get myself motivated to get my butt up and go do something. The only work that I have this week is the office cleaning, which I'm going to do that Friday morning. But anyway, he sent me all these videos touring Puerto Rico, showing me the mall that they have there, It was pretty. It was cool. Because we don't have a nice mall like that here. And he showed me the university, some of the driving around, all of that. So what I thought I would do, but I have to talk to him first because I'm not going to just do that without asking. And I thought about it when we were on Henry's Live. I thought, well, maybe I can make a video out of him and just give everybody a tour of Puerto Rico because he did a really good job of telling some of the stories, you know, like some of the history and things like that. And I thought, well, heck. So now I feel obligated that I need to drive around Wichita, even though he's probably been here, that I need to drive around Wichita and kind of give him a tour. But I sat there watching every single one of those videos and do a react stream. I could do that. I could do that, yeah. So, yeah, I'm like, well. Are you okay, ma'am? You didn't stay put for very long. You just needed to warm up? Okay, so Grandma, I have no idea where you live. You know, I'm in Arizona, but are you perhaps in Texas? No, I'm in Wichita, Kansas. In fact, I have another channel that's not live. It's a YouTube channel, and I have some videos on it. And one of the videos is talking about some of the things around Wichita that are historic, such as Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut started here. 2 college students from WSU started here. Okay, so I did something like that and all of that. I think of the movie Twister. Yeah? Yeah. So, anyway, I thought about putting some more of those together of the city and then, you know, making live. Why are you biting me? She is biting me. Keep your purr bucket going. She does love being held really tight, though. It's really weird. Don't bite. I'm going to start putting something sour on my hands. So she won't do that. Look at her toe beans. Look at them toe beans. Look at those toe beans. I cut her nails. I had to. She was going to kill us. Look at those toe beans. Look at this. Got toe beans. She's a menace. She's a total menace. This kitty is young. She has sharp nails and teeth. So anyway, I thought about driving around and getting some more history, especially now that he sent me all of that. I don't know what he explored when he was here. I don't know when it was that he was here. Oh my goodness. We got you fired up, huh? Who is that? Who is that? Oh, oh, little demon. She does. I've got videos of her fighting with Bella, even today. They got to running. Oh man, it sounded like a herd of elephants when the both of them went from one end of the house to the other. And what they were doing was Biddy was going towards the back of the house, and Bella was chasing her. And then Bella would turn around and run from Biddy, and Biddy would chase her that way. I got my hands out of the way right now. And I'm kind of letting her be herself. She needs to be stimulated so that she's going to already have problems. So if I keep her stimulated, and she's very smart, but if I keep her stimulated, they said that I'll be able to help her body gain the functions that it needs to have. Mm-mm. No biting. No biting. No biting. No. No biting. No biting. You're such a meanie. Such a meanie. Yeah, I do. I have a cat tree over back there in the hallway. Get her a small kitty. They will keep. Oh no, we're not doing two of these at one time. There's hearts. You see the hearts? She's in the mood to bite. See? And I kind of stump her because I push down on the jaw. No, biting. Stop. Welcome to my life. That's their job, is to run around. They're nocturnal. So they run around all night long. And then during the day, they sleep when we're ready to love on them. Ow! Hello, Charlie. How you doing? My cats love to run around. Okay, I read that. Big cats absolutely bite. Mine does if you mess with her playfully. My cat used to sleep. Give her her hearts. Give her her hearts. Keep her busy so she's not eating me. My cat used to sleep on the sofa all day, and at night, out of house, come back at 6 in the morning. I'm allergic to cats, but I love them. No. Hearts. Let go. Oh my God, you're crazy. You are crazy. Stop. Hearts. Ah, that's funny. You dug in and hurt me, girlfriend. I am allergic to them as well. Um, but I've always been a cat person. And as the years have gone on, my allergies have gotten worse, but I have learned that we develop an immunity. And that's why I don't have the swelling face anymore. The worst I get now is the snuffy nose and all of that. And my allergies have gotten worse as I've aged. And a cat's mouth, she never bite. Oh, you're lucky. This broad just bit me. She hurt me. She'll be back. I put her down, but she'll be back. She's always does. I was tapping the shit out of the hearts. Yeah, she loves them hearts, as you can see. She grabs that phone. But that's what's strange about her. She's very intuitive to what's going on around her. It's really strange because you don't usually see that from a cat. So I was sleeping and she brought me her 5 kittens under my blanket in between my legs. Oh. Cats are funny. They own you. Dogs are very different. Oh, boy, I tell you. Now, Jazzy is still my cat. Cats will steal your soul. Not a bad thing. No. Anyway, and Jazzy is a lover. She's not a fighter at all. And that's why she doesn't play much with her. Not to mention, she's just not young anymore. But Jazzy gets along with anything and everything that comes to the house, but the kittens are a little much because cats usually change 7 places of her newborn. Really? I had no idea though. But I've never had a cat that had kittens, so I don't know. And the 9 lives, yeah. But anyway, when I got Bella, she couldn't handle Bella either. When she was a puppy. And as Bella has grown, then you see the 2 of them cuddling up and sleeping together and all that. Also, there's a heated sleeping mat for cats that Biddy might like. It uses the cat's natural body heat to keep them warm. What I did do is I have a rice bag. And if I put it in the microwave for about 2 minutes, it'll heat it up. And then if I wrap a towel or a blanket over that and I put it kind of up towards the fold and allow the towel to hang down, because she sleeps on my bed. I sleep on this side, okay? So then over here at the foot of the bed is where Bella is. And then Biddy will sleep up here near this side of the pillows because I have 2 more pillows. And Jazzy sleeps right here at my tummy because I'm always facing away. So she sleeps at my tummy. So Biddy's made a kind of her own place there up near the top of the bed. And My Labrador Lincoln despises cats. Not this one. Not mine. Well, I've got a golden retriever. They're a little different. So anyway, when I put that there, she tends to get comfy and sleep, and it kind of warms up that area for her that she can keep warm. But she does not like the heating blankets, so go figure. And I thought that would be a win-win. It is a huge win for Bella and a huge win for Jazzy, but not for Biddy. The heating blanket, oh, they love it. And of course, I'm getting a little frustrated because when they're sleeping, they take up, Bella can take up the space of a full human being. Um, but anyway, she needs water also in a small plate. No, you don't want to give her a plate. She will be in it. So she has learned to drink out of the silver dish of water that I have. And I'll fill it up 2 or 3 times a day. And she loves it. Now she's loving playing in the water. But that's my fault. Because when I brought her in, I kept giving her baths so that we could get the fleas gone. And we got that under control. Now she loves the water. Too much. Temperature-wise than we do. He's a cat killer, unfortunately. Ooh. But anyway, yeah. But yeah, I love having her. It's been kind of fun. Jazzy doesn't like all the playing. She's like, I ain't into it. Attitude. So Jazzy doesn't care much for that. But Bella, um, she'll play with her, keep her busy. It keeps Bella going, I can tell you that. Bella's 5. Yeah, she'll be 6 in March. So she needs that stimulation too. She's high energy and she won't go outside in the cold. It takes me everything I can just to get this dog outside to go pee. And I'm like, you're going. It is what it is. Well, Grandma, my Ezekiel is kicking in, so I'm going to head to bed. I hope you have a good night. Hope to see you tomorrow. Have a good night, Nate. Get some rest. My dog is always outside. Yes, unfortunately, I spoil the hell out of my animals. But they're my children. My kids are grown and gone. The grandkids are with their moms and dads. And then I have my dog and now 2 cats. And so she's a spoiled little diva. Total diva. And she is not afraid to sleep in bed. Kay will marvel how Bella will crawl up in her bed and use her pillows as pillows. And I'm like, yes, she does that at my house too. It's my fault. I let her sleep in the bed with me. I let her sleep in the chair. She has her own chair and her own couch, for heaven's sake. It is what it is. I can't help it. Can't help it. She's running a marathon in her dream. Even her breathing is different. I don't give 2 shits. He's a good boy. And no, there you go. I mean, hell. You know, there used to be a time back in the day where we always had our dogs outside, you know. And then, of course, over time, you know, as I grew up, I bring my animals, and my cats have always been indoor cats. I don't allow my animals to go outside. However, when me and Becca moved to Oklahoma for that 2 years when I ran away from home after Jerry died, we lived out in the country, and I decided to let the cats venture out. I wasn't sure what was going to happen. I had four of them at the time. The same four that we had when Jerry died. And one of them never left home. The other one hardly ever left home. And that's Jazzy. So Jazzy and Kenny never left home. They didn't go outside. But Baby and Zoe always went outside. Zoe never ventured far. Baby, on the other hand, she would be gone for 3 days, scaring me that she got ate up, you know. No. Other than that, they were always indoor. And I just felt, you know, I'm not a dog person, to be honest with you. I always felt, you know what, if I'm going to get this animal, and the reason that I got Bella, she needed to be inside with me. She needed to be able to bond with me. So she is in the house. It is what it is. I don't go very far without her. In fact, I went to Medicine Lodge for work for 3 months and brought her with me. That's the way it is. She's got to come with me. Sorry. I can't leave her at home. The intention was to leave her at home, and I would see her on the weekends. But she did not agree with that. She didn't like that. The 3 days that I was gone Wednesday. I left Wednesday. Thursday, came home Friday evening. She couldn't handle it. So I made arrangements to take her with me after that. She's a spoiled little diva. That's all there is to it. She could not make it in the wild. Let me tell you that. I've been so hurt by people, and my dog will never, ever hurt me. Total man's best friend. Yeah. Well, you know, when I first got her, I struggled with anxiety so bad and panic attacks that I didn't realize that's what was going on. I had no idea. Even though I have a psychology degree, you would think I would have spotted that, but I didn't catch it. When I can't sit here, there was a time I could never do a live back in those days, you know, 5 or 6 years ago. I could never do a live because I could never sit still. And that first year, you know, she saw that. And so, I don't know, a couple of years ago, finally got to the point where I started recognizing, and of course, I'm like saying something to the therapist, you know, what's going on here? Why can't I? So anyway, once I realized what was going on, I started trying other things. And one of them that I did try was a little tidbit from my mom, where when I feel like I can't sit and just chill, I will take my butt into the kitchen floor, laid flat on the floor with a little something under my head, and put my hands flat out and my knees up, and then she crawls under my knees and just lays there. And so at that point, I knew that I kind of needed her. And then I haven't for the last couple of years, I haven't really had too many of those episodes. I've only had a few. So maybe it's getting better. And Grandma, I have no idea how they do it. It's so unconditional love. It's incredible. It is. It is. So, I don't have them. Yeah, I don't have very many. I have my depressive times like what we had leading up to the week from hell. Um, I have those times, and a majority of my problem now then is no motivation. I can't get motivated to get anything done. I can't get motivated to get up and do stuff. Um, that whole week I sat around, and I still go through those times where I just feel sorry for my damn self. Pisses me smooth off. And then I get up and boom, like that Friday the 13th, I was good to go. That's how I know it's all in my head. But I was good to go. And then I start putting together a plan of all the products I still got to do. Let's try and get them all knocked out. That way we don't have to worry about them in 2025. You know, make a list. No, I'm going into the new year with as few as possible. My hope was to get them all gone through, except for the Phoenix COD. I wanted to start my year with the Phoenix COD stuff. Panic attacks, anxiety, not so much. Me too. Yes, I understand. So, December is a bad month leading up to that week, but once that day is over, December 12th, once I get through December 12th, I'm done. I'm good. It is literally in my head. Not even kidding. And I will not run away from that. I own it 100%. Own it. Own it. And maybe one day owning it in the last few years. I've owned it, and I'm hoping that one day, if I'm owning it, that it'll start to change. If that makes any sense, that's my hope, is that it'll change. I'm not procrastinating, but I'm also very self-aware. I procrastinate. I will not lie. Self-sabotage. That's another big one. In fact, Jamie, you were talking about videos. You know, are there any videos for that other channel? And I got to thinking about it, and self-sabotage is one of those that I thought I would talk about. And I said it before I created that channel, that I didn't know if I could keep the ideas going, if that makes any sense. Oh my God, that cat is crazy. Anyway, I knew I couldn't, because I have to be able to come up with them on a whim. It needs to be something that maybe somebody said to me. But Biddy, she's in there. I'm like, what's that noise? Getting ready to check on her. She's playing with the chair, the arms of the chair. She can't jump on the chair. It's too high. So she plays around. Well, anyway, so I can't come up with any subjects. Of course, YouTube made me mad, so I had to make something on that. But I started thinking, okay, I got to find some things that I can make little videos on, and it can't be a lot. But either way, I'm gaining a lot of subscribers. So I've kind of got to stay on that path, because that's how the subscribers are coming in, is I got to stay on that path, the path that I started on. So self-sabotage was one of the ones that I thought I would talk about, because I'm very aware of it. I know I do it in every way possible. And I'm not willing to change it. That's a strange part of it. I'm not willing to change it. At my age, I don't even know why I would. I'm good. But I will self-sabotage myself in a freaking heartbeat. If a man tries to get close to me, alpha female in action, self-sabotage, ain't doing it. I will make up or do or say whatever I have to do to keep him back. Self-sabotage. Alpha females are notorious for that. And, you know, I've never been a beta female. I'd say I probably was in the early days because I didn't realize it. You know, I didn't realize that it was okay for me to be in control of myself. But after that last marriage and after the death of Jerry, I'm like, no. So, and my independent side, my independent side is like next level. Next level, let me tell you. So, it's a struggle. It is. It totally is. But I thought I would talk about that. So if you have any ideas of things that I can talk about, let me know. Because, you know, and I haven't received pictures of your jag yet, but I did get your test emails, so we're good there. Anyway, if you come up with any ideas that I could talk about, let me know. Because coming up with them on my own is exactly what I thought it would be. It would not be an easy thing for me. So, but I do have 2 on my list. One I mentioned just a little while ago. Quit being anal about your house. Stop being anal about your house. And what I mean is, one of the things that I realized when my daughter passed away, I was so ridiculous about my house. No clutter anywhere. It had to be in a closet. Behind the door, I don't want to see it. I never kept anything. Everything had to have a cabinet or a drawer to be in. Nothing could be on my counters. I was so ridiculous. And then Jerry died, and that started to fade. But I still kept the no clutter and all of that. And then Becca passed away. And now I'm like, I can walk through it. I'm good. Okay, so men, trust, friendships. Men, you do know I've been divorced twice, right? And a widow once. I don't know that I could talk about men. Other than those MFers cannot hear worth a shit. They don't listen. Humberto calls it filter. I don't know about the men thing. Trust, I can talk about that. Friendships, I can talk about that. What is it, ma'am? I see you I hear you being loud. What? Oh, now you want love, huh? Is it about time for you to take a 15-minute nap? You need your refresher? The other thing that I thought I would talk about, Jamie, is emotional support animals. Emotional support animals are not the same as service animals, yet people are still trying to convolute the two. Service animals go through a year of training, and it's a very extensive training. Bella is not a service animal. She is my emotional support animal. Do I have a certificate for her? No. But knowing my story, people know. And so I thought about talking about the differences between the two. And a lot of people with ESA animals, they need to understand the boundaries, which they clearly do not. Emotional support animals cannot go to the grocery store with you. And I hope they start toughening up those laws and stuff. They should not be in our grocery stores. That should be service animals only. There's been too many instances where ESA animals are biting people. I would never allow Bella to go to the grocery store. She is very unsociable. She does not like men. She will take off a man's head if he tried to grab her. Just ask my son-in-law how well that. She will go into flight mode, fight and flight mode the second, because she didn't know him. He didn't come around much. But anyway, I thought I would talk about that because I know it's an unpopular topic, and a lot of people think, no, it's my service animal. No, it is not. If your animal did not go through the training needed, we're taking our 15-minute nap. And please don't bring your dog to the table in restaurants. Exactly. I just thought I would talk about it, but the only problem is I am pretty damn blunt, Jamie. I'm very, very blunt. But anyway, yes, I thought about talking about stuff like that. And when I was in that room, I found my Post-it notes. And so I thought I would make little notes on... Are you okay? Scare yourself awake? I speak my mind and I don't give a shit. I am so bad about that. So bad. And don't care. And you know, I think that's why a lot of detailers have a problem with me. Well, number one, they have a problem with me because I question everything. Don't tell me I can't do something. Because the natural reaction when you tell somebody you can't do something is the natural reaction should be, why not? Okay? The problem we have with the younger generation is they're told don't do something, and they're like, okay, never mind if there is proof to back it up. Nothing. They will literally fall for anything. Literally. They don't have the backbone to stand up for anything. And they'll fall for any of it. So anyway, it aggravates the crap out of me. And I'm like, tell me why. Then I go research it. There's no reason why. For example, magic erasers. Magic erasers should not be used in detailing. Just ask the click. Can't use detailing or magic erasers in detailing. It'll do this, it'll do that, it'll destroy the paint, it'll destroy the leather, it'll destroy the plastic, the vinyls, it'll destroy everything. So then I'm like, why? Why? Because it will do this. Do you have proof of that? Can't find any proof of it. Can't find any proof of it. And then don't use it on the exterior of the car. And I'm like, why? They're using clay bars to get the decon off of all of the paint surfaces. I used a magic eraser, being a freaking rebel. And my car was not scratched, was not marred like the clay bar does. It actually looked really good. All I did was take the magic eraser and just kind of lightly skimmed over it. That's all I did. And my car looked so good and felt so good. And I'm like, you MFers lied to me. Because they said you would destroy the clear coat on the paint if you used a magic eraser on a car, on the exterior of the car. And I'm like, why? Couldn't give me anything, just telling me, because I'm supposed to just fall for that crap. Well, then I didn't fall for it. So now I'm not in the in crowd. And also, when I was screwed over by somebody who's popular, I said something about it. I spoke up big time. Our younger generations don't ask questions. It's absolutely insane. So I learned by asking questions and advice, and I will get 3 options before I settle. You believe in marriage. Hang on a minute. Let me go get me some water. No, you need to quit that. Two people gets hooked up for lifetime. It's, I believe in marriage. I do believe in marriage. The problem is I don't believe in it for me anymore. And I'm okay with a relationship where he lives in his own house and I live in my own house. I can be committed to somebody and I don't have to live with them. But my big thing is I don't want somebody telling me what I can and cannot do. I do not want to have to explain to them what I'm spending my money on. There's a lot of things that are going on in my older years that I just don't. I just can't. So it's okay. But that's just a personal choice I've made. A lot of people do not realize that there's a lot of couples and married couples out there who do not sleep in the same room anymore. It probably started out that way, but over time, it becomes something that they need their own space. For example, Melania Trump, she revealed a lot in her book. They don't sleep in the same bedroom because he never sleeps. Yet she needs a lot of sleep. So see how their lives are very different? And, you can be with this person and commit for life, but it does not mean it doesn't mean that you have to be up their frickin' nose all the time. So my thing is I believe in marriage for other people. Now I might tease them and say, okay. But I believe in marriage. It's just that I've been through it 3 times. I've been through it 3 times. The first time I never should have done it. But I was pregnant. I was 16. And it was like, holy hell. You know, kind of like Lucy and Desi. Yes. Their relationship is, even though it was a toxic relationship, due to the alcohol and issues and all of that, they still had a what you would call a healthy relationship because they understood their differences. They understood their two different needs as people and realized that, sometimes we just can't live in the same house. Yet they wanted to stay together for the sake of their children, you know. So, there's just a lot that can go into it. But, over time, um, you go through circumstances. Some people just go through circumstances like I did. And I'm just like, I can't. I could probably have a relationship with somebody, and I don't know, I've just imagined it because I'm not really sure how it would all work out. I don't see it happening, but um, wife and husband must be on the same page. It's not a battle of ego. They do need to be on the same page, but um, they have to do what is best for their relationship. Um, it's just one of those you just have to decide. But I could see myself having a relationship. It's just he would have to live in his house and I could live in mine. And we'll come together when necessary for whatever. But I would not marry again. I don't think I would go down that road. And I've also developed a kind of, I don't think the government needs to dictate whether or not I'm married to somebody. Marriage is a commitment, all right? And a commitment that two people make from the heart, not with a stupid ass piece of paper that says, well, now we can tax you because of that person, or now you can do this, or now you can't do that, or, I'm sorry. It's kind of like, like the LGBTQ community. Before they were allowed to marry, they would have commitment ceremonies. And I'm like, see, that's what I want. That's what I want. I'll have a commitment ceremony with my whoever, other half, but I'm not living with them. But you can be committed to somebody without being married to them. You can be committed to somebody without living in the same house. I've only been married for 7 years, and it's really about friendship. Just saying. No, a husband would not be telling his wife what to do. A good husband would never be that stupid. But then on the other hand, there's a lot of women who can't live life without being told because they have some very severe daddy issues. But no man should be telling any woman what she should or shouldn't do. And vice versa. No woman should be telling a man what he should do. How old are you, Crazy Crunch? Then don't get married because you clearly do not understand it yet. When you're married, nobody should be telling anybody what to do. That is not how that works. It's not like your spouse is your dog or even one of your kids. This is a partner, okay? So when it comes to making decisions or if something needs to be done, it's something that needs to be decided cohesively. I don't My last husband had a really bad habit of telling me what to do. He only stuck around 4 months because I didn't want him around after that. I got sick and tired of being told what I needed to be doing. While this lazy ass fucker, he is just sitting over there in that chair doing nothing. Whatever the hell he felt. No. That is not what a marriage is. A marriage between two people is a cohesive unit. So, if your marriage is not working out, it's because somebody is telling the other person what to do and won't allow them to be who they are. Not in a position to be able to make cohesive decisions. So, I'm not on to you or nothing, but just understand that if that is what you feel a marriage is, I finally got married at 40. It's learning and growth. Yeah. But if you think that's what marriage is, you're in for a lot of trouble. It's not going to work out that way. I may not marry because I cannot afford to keep others hungry for which I'm responsible to feed. Well, at least you're thinking that part through. But no man should ever be telling his wife what to do. And if he thinks that's his place, because he is not her father, he is supposed to be her partner. That is a father's position, and you are not marrying a woman to replace her father. You are marrying a woman to become her partner in life. Man, woman, whichever the case may be. And I'm referring to even gay marriage. It's the same process. They have to be partners as well. And there's a lot of women. My hubby never tells me what to do ever. There's a lot of women who are now in same-sex marriages and relationships, and they'll tell you they were in a prior relationship with a man, and the experience was the worst thing in their life. But they could get along with their girlfriends. I mean, and I could totally understand it. Give me an example. What husband tells to do? Give you an example? If a man is telling me to clean the house, there you go, clean. If a man is telling me to clean the house or I have to keep it a certain way, no, no. For example, when Jerry, like, make me tea, you need to do this. Yeah, don't talk. My third one was like that. He was also on to me all the time if I cried because of the death of my daughter. Yeah, there's a lot of different things that a man should not be telling. He shouldn't be doing it anyway, but it should be an equal, cohesive relationship. It could be a partnership. If you were in business with somebody, that any decisions that were made in the relationship of the business for the business, asking and telling are two different things, Crazy Crunch. Asking and telling are two different worlds. If he were to say to me, hey, while you're up, can you make me a cup of tea? That's one thing. But if he tells me I need to have tea ready to go for him at 4 o'clock and I'm 5 minutes late, and I never hear the end of it the rest of the night, he can go back to hell where he came from. So there's a difference between telling and asking. And there's also a very fine line between expecting her to do for you all the time, or there being a balance where you're doing some things for yourself. Because now you're turning her into your slave if you're not careful. My third husband was the worst. I'm telling you what, my first husband and I, we did not get along. But he was always there as a father, and we never went hungry, and we never went homeless. We always had a roof over our head, everything. We had everything we needed. Me and him just couldn't figure out life, but I was too young at the time, and he was not ready. My second husband and I had like the perfect relationship. In fact, I wasn't sure it was okay. I think what's happened, Jamie, is Crazy Crunch doesn't exactly know how to voice what he's talking about. I think that's what's going on. Because it seems like you've got a grasp on it, Crazy Crunch, but when you said when a husband tells his wife what to do and so on and so forth, yeah, that kind of thing. But yeah, chauvinistic behavior is another one of those. But my second husband and I always thought that relationship was super toxic and not healthy because we didn't fight. I was married to a man for 13 years. We had to be fighting every day or it wasn't healthy. It didn't work out. I mean, if we were getting along, something was wrong. Okay? So then I go into this second marriage, and of course I took a lot of time to kind of grow as a person. I'm of different culture, Grandma. Your talks are giving me shock. What's your culture? What's your culture, Crazy Crunch? Yeah, but you do have to understand, Americans do have different culture. It is a culture shock for people. I think you're in India. I can't remember where you're at, but what's your culture? In this way, house will turn into fighting arena. Huh. I cannot tell you how women are expecting their relationships and marriages to go in India. I don't have a clue. My husband is super understanding and respectful of me, like he knows I should be in bed, but he respects my choices. I can't sleep at night, especially when I sleep all damn day. But anyway, I should have never been married to the first husband. The second husband, I thought, oh, I never should have married him. We can't get along. I mean, this is not working out. We're not fighting to keep it together. You know? If you're not fighting, you're not keeping your marriage together. Well, I'll tell you what, I learned a whole lot of everything when I got married to the second one. I think that's why I'm so mad that one didn't work out, or that he died so soon. Because why was I not entitled to have at least some happiness in life? It's not ego. I think you're seeing it different. I know, and me and Jerry didn't fight. The first year when we were on the road, we had trouble. I thought we were going to divorce. But then we just stopped fighting. It was no more fighting. And we didn't even fight then. It was that mouthiness back and forth, and then it was over. But anyway, it's just kind of weird. And then I got married to the third one, and I remembered it all very well. And I did not fight with him. I'd try to talk to him about it, and he'd tell me, he'd look me straight in the freaking eye, and he'd go, "Well, I don't know what you're upset about. I didn't give you permission to be upset." Who the fuck you talking to? No. But anyway, Crazy Crunch. There is a difference between telling somebody to make you tea and asking somebody to make you tea. That's not ego. If somebody asks you to make them some tea, that's different. But if you're telling them and giving them orders, that is not healthy. There's nothing healthy about that. There's a lot of ego involved in that. Okay? But that's from the American standpoint. I don't know how things work where you live. I never learned my lesson either. I think what happened is I got so emotional, I slipped back into old habits, and then I realized it. And of course, this time, I didn't take it. I said, "I know you're not talking to me. Because if you're, because I've been through enough life by this time. I know you're not talking to me. And I'm a truck driver. And this is another truck driver talking to a female truck driver like that, who is not going to put up with their crap." So anyway, yes, 4 months, October to February. That's it. I was good. No. Anyway, yes, that's the difference, Crazy Crunch. It is how your message is delivered. In America, if you love somebody, you love them through your actions. And that does not mean how many times you can get them in bed. That means what kind of cohesive unit, and maybe you don't understand that, what kind of partnership do you have? Is it one where the man is always telling her what to do, dictates where she can go, dictates whether or not she has money, all of those crazy things? But how we communicate, being loving and present, and all of that, and how you communicate and talk to people or talk to your partner. But if it is nothing more than a relationship of unhealthy, not love, and the word narcissist is too trendy. I don't like that. But for some reason, in recent years, men have been reverting back to where they have control. They make all the decisions. And I'm sorry, but my ancestors, women in my family before me, did not bust their ass for me to have the rights that I have. So we're reverting back to that. And that's one of the reasons why I try to stay away from it, because I don't want it. Ego also is out from marriage. A man comes frustrated from this bad world into his home, and if wife also reacts the same way. I don't understand what you mean, Crazy Crunch. Can you explain that to me a little better so I can understand it? Welcome back, Humberto. I figured you fell asleep. I dropped the lid. Dropped the lid to my water. I thought India had a culture where your parents chose your partner. In marriage, there is no this, my rights, your rights. It is two wheels of a vehicle. Not yet. I was listening and now about to go. Okay, you have a good night. Crazy Crunch? I guess it just depends on how you I can't believe you would allow this subject to go without you injecting some opinion way before now, Humberto. Have a good night. Get some rest. I guess what it comes down to, Crazy Crunch, because I don't know your culture. Like you said, my culture is a shock to you. Well, it could very well be that if I understood your culture, it'd probably be a shock to me. But what it comes down to is what kind of vehicle are you driving? What kind of vehicle you got going on? And what kind of vehicle I got going on with the marriage here. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? It would just depend on the vehicle you're driving. And in our case, what we're looking at, I'm using vehicle because that's your term, so to speak. So it would be the same for me. What you consider a shock would not be a shock here. Well, I think he's being from another country. He's from India. So it's different for him. But I don't understand their culture. I don't know anything about their culture. I would have to look into that in order to understand it better. Because maybe he's looking at the wheel of a vehicle, two wheels on a vehicle that work right, and maybe that does. Maybe it does in their culture. Maybe because that's how it's made. I don't know. I know in the American culture, we got away from enslaving women. And now we've slowly been going back to that, which I'm like, no, the hell we're not. And that's part of the reason why I stay single. No, the hell I'm not going back to that. And I'm not saying that, like my first husband wasn't that way. My second husband wasn't that way. The third one decided he was going to be. No. I don't know that he decided he was going to be. The man couldn't tell the truth to save his freaking life. In our culture, we stand through thick and thin together. And that's what we should be doing in our culture, but for some reason, It has. What did you fight about, Jamie? What were you? Was it growing pains? Because when Jerry and I, we did not, when we started dating, we never fought. And then we were not fighting um, until we got on the truck. And living in that little tiny space caused a rift where I'm like, I don't want to be this close to you, dude. I need my space. And it took us a while to adjust to that and adapt to that type of atmosphere. But once we figured it out, it was fine. Yeah, Humberto has given a perspective um, of his thoughts of marriage, but he's in the same boat where he's been divorced as well. And when you go through divorce, that gives you an entirely new perspective, I guess you could say. It's usually the first marriages that just don't work. No, I'm not sure that him and I don't know if we see eye to eye on that. I don't know. Him and I've never really talked about it as far as, getting down deep into what we thought marriage should be or anything like that. Only thing we've ever talked about is what's been on here. Um, I can't see Humberto having an ego issue. He's not that. I don't think I can't Jamie, I don't think I'm reading that wrong. Humberto is not an egotistical man. So he might see it the same, yes, but they have a culture of their own too, where he lives. Even though he lives in Puerto Rico and it's an American territory, they have a different culture as well than we do here in the States. Hawaii has a different culture than we have, and their state. It's really weird. We bumped heads for years in our marriage. Was it just okay? Yes, and who's better, who's right or wrong? See, you got to go through those growing pains, but I tell you what, I feel like everybody should go through those growing pains before they ever got married. You know what I mean? The challenge is actually getting it. Yes, if you don't get along at all, it's a different thing. Yes. Yes. Now I'm assuming I was understanding that Indian culture is Muslim, right? And I thought they had a different way of deciding marriage, like your parents decide that or something. Jamie, are you on Facebook or Instagram or just YouTube? I think I asked you that one time and I thought it was just YouTube. No multiple face, although I'm Muslim, a minority. Oh, they have multiple face there. Oh, I did not know that. I'm Muslim. So Muslim is a minority in India? I did not know that. I thought India was a Muslim country. I thought the male was the dominant one in the relationship in your culture, in your country. Culture, country. I don't know. I never know how to. I just want to call it culture. I did not know that. I thought India was a Muslim country. I did not know that. Husband works, wife cooks. Got it. And here you have no other social media. Okay. And here you have either or. Sometimes, like in my case, my first husband did all the cooking. That was just something he enjoyed doing. I don't cook. I didn't want to. And it's never been my thing. But then with my second husband, I cooked all the time, every single night. And I cooked for him and all the kids. I lived the life that the way it was supposed to be lived. Okay? They're all alive and they didn't go hungry. Except for Jerry. Of course, he passed away. But my kids are all alive. They all made it through, you know? They didn't die from their mother's cooking. But then my third husband, he wanted to cook, even though it was nothing more than hamburger helpers and all of that. He wanted to cook. But I offered to do it. Jerry had a massive heart attack. On my 38th birthday. I'm still mad at him about that. I do. I'm like, you had to pick that day, really, dude? Really, you had to pick that day. When I get in my feels, yeah, I will totally yell at him, cuss him out. What the hell made you think that you could do something so damn stupid? Now I can't even celebrate my own freaking birthday. I'm telling you, that messed with my head big time. Yep, on my 38th birthday. He died that day. It was a bitch. I will not lie. That was a bitch. But he had a massive heart attack. However, he had a heart problem when I met him. And he had a heart problem when I married him. So I knew what I was getting into. There you go. Well, I tell you, it happened the way that it was supposed to. Till death do you part. Okay? That's the only marriage I had where it did what it was supposed to. Literally. In every faction of the relationship. And I think that's why I was so mad about it for so long. Is because I got along with the man. We did everything that worked for us. I did the bills. I took care of the money. And he worked. He did the fixing the house. He did all of that handyman stuff. He did the man stuff. I did the woman stuff. I kept the house, but he helped me. Everything was perfect. I'm not kidding. And my kids will have to tell you to back that up, but it was literally that perfect. We did not argue. We did not fight. We never had fights. We had bickering arguments. I don't even know if that's the best way to describe it. We had no problem calling each other a name, but we didn't have to sit down and discuss it when we were done, if that makes any sense. Didn't have to go through all that drama. And most of the arguments or most of the things that made me mad or most of the things that made him mad, you just look at it like, is it worth it? Is it really worth it? Because when you're in a relationship that works and that's healthy, then you get to look at that and say, you know what? Is that a battle I need to be fighting? Now, I did take that particular method into my last marriage. I'm on 7 years of marriage and my husband is 11 years older than me and I'm so scared of losing him. I don't know how I would be able to survive. He's my person. Because he may be opposite of your personality, he absorbs your anger. Who? Who may be opposite? Are you talking about Jerry because we got along so well? See, I was not an angry person. I mean, it took a lot of time for me to heal after my first marriage. Jerry, okay. And Jerry, yeah. The one thing that my mother said to me, and I still hang on to it today because it is so freaking true. When I met Jerry, I had to go through a lot of healing because of my marriage to the kids' dad. We didn't have a good marriage. We did not have a good marriage at all. And I had developed a very deep hatred for men. Not even kidding. Keep those useless people away from me kind of thing. We are not going there kind of thing. I fought him to go out with him. I fought that every step of the way. But when I did finally give in, he taught me in the 8 years that we were together that I didn't have to be bitter, that I didn't have to think that all men were the same. And I don't even think he had to work hard to prove it. When I look back on it, and my mom and I had that discussion, I don't even think that he had to work that hard to prove it. Because I didn't have to be angry when Jerry was around. I didn't have to be upset. I didn't have to worry. I didn't have to, oh, what's coming around the corner next? What else did I do that he didn't like? You know, it was always something in the first one, but I didn't have to do that. Two same personalities don't get along well. If one is fire and the other has to be ice. Henry mentioned that tonight on his live. He said, he was talking about me and Humberto. Me and Humberto are not in a relationship, don't get me wrong. But apparently, he's like, look at you two. Opposite, total opposites, and opposites attract, it's a thing. Oh yeah, Humberto and I are definitely opposites. If you ever heard Humberto speak, maybe one of these days I'll convince him to go live with me. But if you ever heard Humberto speak, actually speak, he has got such a soft, gentle, and it takes a lot for him to cuss, okay? And then there's me. So Humberto's got this nice guy thing going. And I said that to Henry. Oh, he's the nice guy. And then I shouldn't cuss here. I'm the bitch, okay? I'm not afraid to cuss. I've had a whole different world than Humberto. I mean, lives are two totally different lives, you know? And anyway, yeah. So anyway, I am not like Humberto at all. The thing is that he's just such a really nice guy. And I get along with the good guys. But if we got one to come in here who talks smack all the frickin' time, I could get along with him too, as long as he was just joking. If he wasn't joking, there would be a fight, because I would be like, who the hell do you think you are, dude? That kind of thing. Men have hurt me so much. My hubs is genuine. Yeah, now I got it. Okay, so Humberto and I are not in a relationship, but we were talking about that very thing that you said, Crazy Crunch. You told me your name once, and I can't remember it. But Henry, which is Searching for the Dream, he was live earlier tonight, and we were in there, and he was like, "You two," and then he said, "You two need to have your own show because we go back and forth." But we go back and forth on here, and I know you guys have seen that. But it's fun. That you got to give him that. He is the nice guy, but he just, he just kind of goes along. But he adds to the trouble, and he razzes the hell out of me, and y'all know that. And he does it with that Spanish. And some of the things that he sends me on Instagram, he's trying to teach me Spanish. He sent me one today, and I wrote it down. Here you go. Can you read that? Okay. No me jodes means... Can you read that? I wrote it down because when he goes and messing with me, I'm coming at him. And then the other one, call me mierda. Can you read that? So Humberto, he has that nice guy side. But he will razz the crap out of me, and he does it to others too. He just, he razzes people. He razzes Mary all the time. He's done the same to Kimberly. He just has a nice guy persona. Totally opposite of me. Totally opposite. But you know what? You mentioned if one is fire, then the other has to be ice. That's a really good analogy, by the way. Humberto has never seen my temper. Nobody has seen my temper. Now, they have seen me be very stern. But nobody on YouTube has seen my temper, unless my kids are here. They've seen my ugly side, and that's what I call that, my ugly side. Now that I'm in my 50s, I do my very best not to allow my ugly side to come out. What I try to do is just be very stern and make sure that people understand you cross the line, and that's enough. But Humberto he's just one of the good guys around here. And I'm glad to have him around. Him and I have had discussions about Puerto Rico and the country. We even had historical conversations. Things that a lot of men, and that's the thing, is Humberto is extremely intelligent. He is very intelligent. He's very in tune with his history, with Puerto Rico and the States and all of that. When a man go home, he don't want to be scared. And vice versa. Woman doesn't want to go home and be afraid either. Yes, and he is a very handsome guy. Yes, Humberto is a very nice looking man. He sent me pictures long before I saw him live. And I don't even remember what brought that up. But he sent me a picture, and I'm like, I never imagined that. Never. Never would have imagined that in a million years. But when there are times that we're not opposite. For example, who did we have in here the other night, Crazy Crunch? We had somebody in here the other night who was, I'm from Kansas. Hello, Jan. He was 19 years old, and his life was just kind of out of sorts. And Humberto and I were giving him the same advice. It was just said differently. And so we're not always opposite, but as far as personalities, yeah, oh, yeah. There's probably a lot of people in the detailing community that would have a lot more in common with Humberto. I don't know that him and I have a lot in common. Um, History, older music, and I think that's about it at this point that I know of. But yeah, we're pretty polar opposites. Where are you from, Jan? But yes, Jamie, he's a very good looking man. Two peas in a pod. I don't know about that. Who are you speaking about? There is a guy in the detailing community. He is always here on my lives, or he will be on somebody else's live. I am from Slovakia. Slovakia. That's a mouthful for me. Anyway, he's just everywhere I go, it seems like. But we have a good time when we're on the lives, that's our social media and all that good stuff. So how's the weather out there in Slovakia? Am I saying that right? Where have I heard that? Is that in Russia? Isn't that where Melania Trump is from? Former Czechoslovakia. Yeah. That's where Melania Trump is from. Okay. Okay. I thought I heard that, but I wasn't sure I was saying it right. So anyway, how's the weather? It's freezing cold here. And we got rain moving in last I checked. But I am in Kansas in the United States. Not really. No snow, no freeze. +2 Celsius. I don't know what that is. We go by Fahrenheit here. Of course, we're not like everybody else. It's like everybody else goes by Celsius. And we never do. We always go by Fahrenheit. I have no idea why. Why can't we just get along? Is that cold? Well, they're accustomed to the cold, though, I think, right? It's cold for us. I think that's kind of cold for us, but that would be right around, like right now, our temperature is our temperature is 37 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius, though. Do you know the Celsius, Jamie? I don't. Somebody mentioned the conversion rate at one time, and I don't remember it. I need to let my hair down to dry, but I don't want to scare you guys. I do have to do it. You have to do what? This thing don't need to be there. 1 Celsius is... Is that 1.8 Fahrenheit or 18 Fahrenheit? I'm so terrible with that. 1.8. So 1 Celsius is 1.8. So it's like 2 to 1. Right? 35 degrees. So it's 2 to 1. So, okay. That's cold. That's cold, Jan. That's cold. That's too cold. My face would freeze off. So it's like 2 to 1 for every... Okay. That's weird. I don't know that I don't know that I would ever be able to. But it's the same as Canada. Canada uses Celsius. That's cold. Enough said. That's cold. That's cold, Jan. That's cold. 4 degrees Fahrenheit? That's cold. That's cold. Oh, it's 30... What did I say it was? 30-something degrees here. That's 17 Celsius. Yeah, but you're accustomed to the cold, though, right? Isn't those parts up there near Russia and all that, their climate is colder normally? So you guys are accustomed to that. Where we get 120 degrees in the summer here. Fahrenheit. Oh, maybe it should be. Normal winter here used to be -10. Oh! That's frickin' cold. But we were just talking about that the other day. The winter, the cold came in hard and fast, but it hasn't been our normal cold. It has not been our normal cold. It has been warmer than we're used to at this time of year. So I can relate to that. It has been warmer here. For that time period, yes. And you probably are used to having a foot of snow on the ground too. But we don't. We don't get a lot of snow here. We get maybe a total of 12 inches per season. Never at once. No, I don't know Prague. We have no winter here either. It scares me. No, I do not know Prague. Prague. Prague is freezing. Am I saying it wrong? Is it Prague or Prague? Prague or Prague? I don't know if I'm saying it right. I would almost, now that I'm older, Jamie, I would almost say living in a climate that is like Arizona would be better for me. You know, as you age, the thin skin and all of that, the warmer climates would almost be better. It's like I can't. Prague, okay. It's like I struggle to detail in the cold. Just if it's not 50 degrees, my hands are frozen. My face, half of my face is ready to just fall off. 2 days ago, we had 15 centimeters of snow, but it melted. I thought maybe I had a tape measure close, but I don't. 15 centimeters is what? 2 or 3 inches? Get some peanuts in my tummy. 15 centimeters is 6 inches? Man, I'm showing how really dumb I am. I'm totally dumb. I'd have never known that. But anyway, yes, Jamie, I did. I went live on the random channel last night. We just celebrated Christmas yesterday. Do you guys celebrate Christmas? Who's in Germany? is close to where Jan is, for sure. She said Europe. Um, Central Europe. We have border with Poland, Czech Republic, Hungary, Austria, and Ukraine. Holy crap. There's 5 people on here. What? Who's in this room and not talking to us? Not being a part of the conversation? Oh, went down to 4. I scared one of them off. One of my favorite YouTubers is in Poland. I could not pronounce his channel, but he cleans area rug carpets. That's what made me start looking into it so that I could add that to my business, was his channel. I don't know what. I know his name is Jacob, but I don't know how to pronounce his channel. You can go to Slovakia and meet Jan. I'm not leaving anywhere if I got to fly over big bodies of water. I ain't doing it. Come for a visit. You are welcome. Are you wanting to go to Germany, Jamie? Because if you're wanting to go to Germany, hell, you might as well make it a day trip over to Germany. I mean, over to Slovakia. I'm good. No. I'll get on a plane and fly from one coast to the other. But I am not getting on a plane where I have to go over a big body of water. And it's like Henry said, it's better to land in the water. As long as I know when I hit that land, I'm dead, I don't have to worry about it. They can recover my body. But I fear those great big fish will eat me. No. I'm surprised, even though I've talked about it enough, I'm surprised nobody has said, nobody would eat you, you're sour. I am not getting on a plane. Dense fog expected Friday morning. I'll have to look that up. but I will be enjoying it from a distance. I'm fully in it now. Nope. I'm good, Jamie. Have a nice trip. I'm not doing it. All right, Jan, you have a good one. Take care of yourself. I won't even go see Humberto. I said that to him or to Henry tonight. I'm not flying out there. You too, Jan. Thank you. I'm not flying out there. I'm not flying over that water. He'd have to come to me. Humberto would have to come to me. All these people would have to come to me if they're from overseas. I ain't doing it. Well, thank you, Jan. I know he's only in Puerto Rico. You have to fly over that water from here. I'm in Kansas. Arizona, you'd have to do the same dang thing. They'd fly in an angle to Puerto Rico. They'd probably fly at an angle to get me somewhere in Florida, and then I'd have to get on another plane and fly over more water just to get to Puerto Rico. No. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. Take care, Jan. Thank you. Good to see you. Good to meet you. I ain't doing it. I don't want my body eaten by them great big fish. And, you know, if you crash in the water, it could be a soft landing. If the pilot did it right, it could be a soft landing and you wouldn't die. So then you would be alive when those fish eat you. No. No. And the sharks, exactly. I want my body to make it home. I have no idea why. That's like cremation. I can't do cremation either. Because that in my mind is like the same as burning in hell. I have no idea why. It's just something that is in my mind. It's like burning in hell, and I'm like, no. Freaks me out. Just put me in a box. Put me in the ground. We'll be fine. Yeah, I don't want to be alive when I get eaten by them great big fish. I'm not flying over big bodies of water. It's just not my thing. But anyway, I'm laughing my ass off. I'm telling you. I'm at least good for a laugh. Let's see here. It's 42 degrees. How did that happen? Wasn't it like 30 something a little while ago? You sound like me. I would love to go to Australia. That would be the one place I would love to go if I went overseas, but I don't want to go. Because it would require me flying over big bodies of water. No. I can't handle that. But you have to understand, I was a truck driver. I'd much rather drive to wherever I want to go. If I could drive it, I'd be in good shape. I don't even know if you can drive it. I don't even know if that's even possible. I mean, think of all the countries you would have to go through. I love the accents. I don't know. I am still a trucker, but I'm not on the road. I'm not out on the road anymore. But I would much rather just drive. You can't drive to Puerto Rico. You're going to have to fly. I don't even know if they have boats that go that way, but I don't damn sure don't want to be on a boat. Hell, the Titanic went down. No. I'm a wimp, I admit it. There's just some things I am not doing. Not doing it. Can you drive to Iceland? Or is Iceland separated from Canada? Not Iceland, Greenland. Don't you have to go up into Iceland? I don't know, I'd have to look at a map. I forgot what I was going to say to you a little bit ago. Oh, well. But anyway. All right, Jamie, I'm going to get off of here. It's just me and you left. There's 5 people on here, and they're not talking. So it's just me and you. So I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to go edit a video since I can do that. Slept all stinking day. But, oh, and I've been on here for 3 hours. Can you believe that? Didn't feel like it. But anyway, I'll talk to you later. Next live, I'm sure you will be here. So our world is divided into oceans. Yeah. And I don't want to be over them or on them. Any of them. I looked at the Gulf of Mexico and the Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean from land. There's a bridge in this country called the Chesapeake Bay. It's over the Atlantic comes inland, and there is a bridge, and then that bridge goes into the frickin' water. Scared me to death. Scared me to death the whole way across that dang thing. It's not natural. Anyway. All right, well, I'm going to go. You have a good night. And we'll see you on the next live. I don't know when I'm going live again. I haven't thought about it. I'm trying to just take it day by day. But I want to get some of those videos done for that other channel. If you want to see things, you have to travel by plane and then boats. If I want to see things, I will go somewhere in the United States that I can drive to. I could maybe even fly there. But at least I'm over land. Love you too. Have a good day, good night, whatever it is. And we'll talk to you next time. Be good. Stay out of trouble. And bye-bye to everybody else out there. Have a good one. Hope you all had a good Christmas. Peace out.